Starting to think I didn't have any sound there, but I don't know. Was there sound there? That's what we need to know. It wasn't showing any sound on my end. I had this open in a different tab from some work I was doing, and I kind of freaked out when the music started playing. Well, thank you, Flynn, for chiming in that there was sound. Welcome, everyone, to Friday morning live stream. Who's all here? Let's see. Perth Cichlids, hello. Turbofish, Cole, Shram, what's up, buddy? Grant, Pile, Mr. Bees, Fish and Things, shared it out on FishTuber's notification. That's why we do these openers now, to give you guys time to thumbs up, share, get it out there. It's close to 7 p.m. here, so perfect time to join a live stream. Tampa Tom, hello. V-Stag, Barbara Jackson, hello. Daryl Deemer, Flynn's Fish Forums, obviously. And Deborah, Mike, Bracken, Dan, Kang, Lee, Candy Overhauls, SDK, hello. GB, hi guys. And who else we got here? Duke Nukem is here. Mean Mug Aquatics. How's it going this morning? My friend, it is going great. Thank you for asking. I hope you're doing well. Thank God S Friday. I don't know what the S means. TGISF? Yorkie one, hello. Thomas Pasco, hello. Sydney, hello. Kiwi, hello. It's early. I'm going back to sleep. Yeah, I could definitely use some sleep right about now. Anthony's Fishy Friends, Emma, I almost said Emma Stone. Emma Sones, hello. Abel, hello. Joke, I'll stay. I would rather sleep. Buffering, I can hear sound though. I don't know, I'm showing good signal on my end. So maybe it'll catch up. Cheryl, hello. Yo, Bob, missed the last live. Cool, you opened your store. No, I did not open a store. Just something I've been thinking about doing. And I was just getting a lot of feedback from everyone. That was the point of the live stream. So I only lose sleep over Bob. Yeah, right. So, yeah, that's all that was. We're going to be looking at some places today, actually. So we'll see. I hear you, but I can't see you. All good audio and video. Think it's just you, buddy. Oh, oops, for the store. Oh, no problem. I was getting feedback, and there was a ton of positive feedback, and there was also a lot of not necessarily negative feedback, but there was a lot of feedback as far as don't do it. And honestly, that just made me want to do it even more. People that said that you can't make money in a fish store, that you won't be successful. Not that you won't be successful, but it's not like they were messaging me saying, you know, you're going to fail. They were just saying, oh man, it's really, really tough. But did you settle on a name yet? Yes. So the name of the store will be Local Fish Store. But it'll be something like the sign will say Local Fish Store, but then I'll have like my logos everywhere. So it'll still be branded, so to speak, for Steenfott Aquatics, but the name of the store will be like will be Local Fish Store, and then owned by Steenfott Aquatics or something like that. But that'll be like in really like the main sign will just be Local Fish Store. You have some great resources to help you become successful. Bob's Place, yeah. When I minimize the screen, I see your live feed, but it's buffering completely. Chris says, just refreshed it. You're good now. Yeah, so YouTube is still continuing to have problems with their live streams. Why not Fish Palace? I believe that name's already taken somewhere. And even if it's not taken, like, in my area or in my state or even on this side of the Mississippi, if there's any other fish store named that, then I don't want to use it. I'm not a business expert, obviously, but I think if you execute it right, yeah, I think people are just apprehensive because they see all these fish stores closing down, and you know, quite frankly, a lot of them I'm surprised they lasted that long, because a lot of them are just people who like fish. They say, I'm going to open a fish store with absolutely no experience in business at all. I've opened many stores, so it's not like it would be my first rodeo. 54 Punchy, hello. 4G Budget Keeping, hello. The Fish Factory, the Fish Factory. No, you know I got a troll, guys. I got a troll. So it's gonna be the local fish store is gonna be the name of my store. I think somebody mentioned it in the comments. I should probably figure out who it is and give them credit. But as soon as they said to name it local fish store, I laughed and then I knew that was the name. So that's gonna be the name. That's just it. That's the name. Kevin says, I believe in you, Bob. You're a smart dude with great experience in fish and business. Yeah, and then a lot of people messaged me, saying, oh, you have to be open Monday. Or not that some people were like, oh, you have to be open Sunday. And other people were like, I'd really advise you to be open Sunday. But, I mean, it's funny because then you look in the comments and people are like, yeah, our store's only open 4 days a week and they do tons of business. So, again, yes, there are a lot of fish stores closing down, but it's probably people that should have worked in a fish store and not owned a fish store. Barbara Jackson, my local fish store closed, yes. The next closest one was like 25 minutes north of me, which is basically never open. I forgot to close my window, so I don't know if you can hear cars out there. It's never open. The dude had some health issues and got somebody in there that has no idea what they're doing. So it's basically hardly ever open. And when it is open, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. So it's basically closed. And then if the one farther north of that burned down. So, and it's the second time it's burned down in like a year and a half. So, I mean, I'm not going to say insurance fraud, but I think somebody's trying to get out of the business. And so really the only, so the farthest north store from Seattle all the way to Canada is Aquarium Co-op. And Aquarium Co-op is like 10 minutes out of Seattle. So there's really like this giant stretch of like 200 miles that has no fish store. So there's definitely a market for it. Who am I hiring? I wouldn't hire anyone. At least not until I get a couple months of data and statistics to look at. Door counts, your average ticket, things like that. I have one LFS that doesn't close at set times, like sometimes open Sunday, sometimes not. It closes at 4 some days, 5 other days. It's just weird. We had like that one here too, and it was perfectly successful, although I don't know, like perfectly successful, but it's still open. And now the hours, I feel like the first year it was open, it was pretty sporadic. But now it's, this is the next one that's south, closer to Seattle from Aquarium Co-op. It's pretty consistent now, though. Then you may have a good opportunity for your area. Yeah, exactly. There's literally nothing here. There is a store like 20 minutes east of me. It's not a local fish store. It's like a boutique pet store, I would say. And it's on Jimmy's channel. If you go look at the $1 Million Fish Store, that's the one that he did a tour on. And I think that's what it's called, is the $1 Million Fish Store. But the prices there are insane. It's not even a competition, so. My life. Oh, I thought you said my Mean Mug Aquatics. I read that as my life sucks. My LFS sucks. The next closest is an hour and 15 minutes away. Yeah, that's pretty rough. My closest LFS is about 10 minutes away and open every day from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. And I'm not saying that I would never get there, but I'm saying at the start, not at the start. My LFS only has goldfish, platies, and bala sharks, so I feel you. Yeah, see, and those are the kind of people that tend to not do very well. A lot of other feedback that I was getting is, you should specialize in one thing, like rainbow fish. But that doesn't work either, because you can't take what you like and expect everyone else to like it. So I'm obviously going to have rainbow fish, but I don't know that you could specialize in one thing. Like if I specialized in African cichlids, I would go out of business. So it's all about knowing your market too. Same with like so African cichlids, discus. If you have a discus store here, you're gonna go under in about 2 months because you can't give away African cichlids here, and you can't even give away discus. But if you go to other areas of the country, discus sell like babies sell for like $50-$60. So Barbara Jackson makes an excellent point that says, see what sells at your club. Yes, it's all community fish. It's guppies, it's endlers. Um, smaller community fish is what's big here. Shrimp, plants. Yeah. My LFS is 1.5 hours away. Dallas area, awful traffic. It sucks. Oh, that would be terrible. Like going. So my issue is like I don't consider Aquarium Co-op to be a local fish store just because how long it takes to get there. Like it's somebody else's local fish store. It's not my local fish store. It only takes like probably 40 minutes to get there. But I've said this multiple times. Depending on what time you go. Like it can take me 2 hours to get home because of the Seattle traffic. I'm Visionary says, I would start a local fish store and only sell fish. That means no food, no tanks, no taxable inventory. So my inventory would be pretty limited when it comes to like filters and heaters and things like that. At least to start, I would definitely have food. Like frozen fish food is like huge. And I mean, you even get like Hikari gives you a free freezer. So like it literally costs nothing to have frozen fish food. But obviously I would have fish food, and maybe just like a few heaters and filters for like emergencies. Someone who can't wait a day on Amazon, but it would be really hard, at least in the start, to compete with Amazon pricing. So I feel like that would be wasted space. And live food, probably the only live food I would do is black worms. Cunningham says, hi Bob, curious why you're learning towards a storefront versus mail order from a website. Because I don't want to ship fish. Like shipping fish is a nightmare. I've seen the emails that people that do ship fish get. I've seen people buy fish that have no idea how to care for them, and then they flood your inbox on how do I do this, how do I do that, how do I do this, and it makes it kind of a pain in the ass to be honest. And like it's really really bad, really bad. And then dealing with like DOAs and people lying, and it does not seem like a good time to me. And I feel like if there was money in shipping fish, a lot more people would do it. Like you'll notice like there's this sweet spot of like the hobbyist that, you know, breeds this fish and does it for a little extra income. There's the people that take it a little bit more serious, but you know, once people get to a certain size, it just seems like they just kind of fade out. Like they never make it over that plateau when it comes to like shipping fish for a living. Like very few people are able to pull that off. And I feel like if it was lucrative, there'd be a lot more people doing it. Just my opinion. Crystal, hello. Lacey's Place, hello. Who else has rolled in here? Sorry if I missed you. Will you have reptile stuff or dog and cat things? No. Maybe eventually reptile stuff, but we have a... So reptiles is a completely different ball game, and I don't think a lot of people realize that. Like, there's no money in selling reptiles, right? Like live reptiles. However, in the fish world, all your money comes from selling fish. So wholesale prices on reptiles are about the same as what they sell for. I mean, the markup is less than 10%. Really, when it comes to reptiles, the money is in the feeders. And I should have probably closed that window. And we already have a great store that sells feeders like 5 minutes away from me. So I would probably have reptiles in the store, but it would be more like store mascot type of things, like terrariums and paludariums would have reptiles or amphibians in them. But you know, if there's a market for it, then yes, I would sell it, but I wouldn't specifically try to put another local store out of business or have them put me out of business. You know, I'm not really into it to compete. And like I said on Monday, I'm not in this for world domination. I'm not in it to make $1 billion. I'm just would be something to do because I think it's insanely fun. And if I do it and it fails, I don't care. Like, you know, you gotta fail in life. Eventually, you'll find something that you're good at, and not fail. But you know, it's not the end of the world if you fail, people. The good news is the space you'll have at home for more reptiles. Yeah, and that kind of brings me to the next topic of the tank that blew out on me this week. So if you didn't see it on Instagram or Facebook, I posted some videos of my 75-gallon. The bottom seam blew out somehow, and the tank itself. A lot of people ask how old the tank is. The tank is probably not even 3 years old, and but it's on a custom stand that I built, so you can't even ask Aquion to warranty it because it's got to be on their stands. And I don't blame Aquion at all. It is a 75-gallon Aquion tank. But like I said, it's on a custom stand, and we also had an earthquake like 3 weeks ago. So did the earthquake have anything to do with it? Probably. I'm blaming it on the earthquake. Then I would blame it on my custom homemade stand that I built. And if it's not those two, like I said, I don't think it was a problem with the build quality at all. I saw it on Instagram. That sucks. Yeah, that was a nightmare, and yeah, definitely. So that was at like 2:30ish in the morning. I woke up to this dude over here growling at the hang on back filter because it was running dry, and I'm like, ugh, no big deal. You know, it just lost its siphon. So I just walked in, and like the first step in the fish room was like splash, and I'm like, shoot. That's not exactly what I said, but it's pretty close. And so yeah, been on that all week. So I got up, woke me up at 2:30, and was dealing with that till I left for work at. I leave for work around 6 or 6:30, and then I got home and I was dealing with it all up until about 2 a.m. And I really haven't got back on a regular sleep cycle yet. So it was fun. It was a learning experience. It's something that's probably gonna happen to everyone. It's like motorcycle riders. You know, they say there's two types of riders: those who have laid their bike down, and those that haven't laid it down yet. And I feel like that's the same way with fish keeping. Two types of fish keepers. You know, the ones that have had a leaky tank and the ones that haven't had one yet. So yeah, opening my own fish store, I would absolutely move everything except for maybe just a couple like show tanks at home, and that's it. Which would be really nice. It would take a load off. The nice thing is, so it doesn't really look like there's going to be any permanent damage. I might have to repaint the wall, but that's about it. The floor is concrete under the carpet, so that's not a big deal. The ones that have flooded their house and the ones who haven't yet, yeah. Check for a tiny pebble like DIY Joey had. That's crazy. Yeah, it's it was interesting. Like, I've obviously overflowed tanks. I've had filters clog, like hang on backs, from lack of maintenance, so my own laziness. Drain water out the back of the filter, but never had that happen before. What else we got going on here? I always say I have two types of clothes: those with oil paint on them. Those that have oil paint on them, and those that will have oil paint on them. Crystal's Pets and Plants says, are you going to Aquashella in Chicago? I have no plans to do that, especially anymore. I was like 75, 80% sure that I'm not going to either of them. But now after like the flood and everything, no, I'm definitely not going to go now. My Corey's laid eggs in this tiny black spot. The baby, what? Is the tiny black spot the baby? Yes. So when you have fish eggs, yeah, those tiny black spots, those are the fry, and you can watch them get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's pretty neat. Pile R, congratulations. Whoops, I just saw another Panacoria baby in my large tank. Looks like it's baby season again. There you go. That's always exciting. Stop. I don't know what's wrong with my view again. I randomly hit buttons and it changes my layout and I don't like it. And now I don't know how to change it back. But that's alright. Get chat back here. My Corey's late day. So yeah. So it's you know, it's been fun. I did find out that I lost one of my biker fish or Baishirs or Bicker, whatever you want to call them. There was 3 of them in the tank, and when I emptied it and moved all the fish over, I only found 2 of them. So somewhere along the way in the last, I don't know, 6-7 months, I don't know how long I've had them, I did lose one of those. And I'm thinking it might be behind, it might have been able to squeeze behind the 3D background. But I had that thing, like, I had the top, like, on lockdown. There was no way for them to jump out or squeeze out. I had, like, rocks and everything on the top, so I'm thinking maybe it squeezed behind the background. And, I don't know. That's just what I'm guessing. Anyone have experience with regular Gico aquascaping tool set on Amazon? Gico? I've never heard of it. Biker fish? Tomato. Yeah. I always think it's funny, like, biker, Baishir, beta. Like, who cares? Who cares? You know what they're talking about. But anyways, so yeah, it's been a fun week. And right after this, I'm meeting someone to go look at some spots, so that could be exciting. And then, actually, the cool thing about that 75-gallon tank leaking, I'm not gonna reseal it. It doesn't really make sense to spend the time resealing a tank when I can go buy one for $70 at Petco, or $90, whatever they are. But I am going to turn it into a terrarium, and while not ideal for a tegu, that's probably where I'm going to put the tegu until it goes into brumation, which will probably be in a couple months. So she will get upgraded to the 75-gallon tank, and I'll put some plants in there, some isopods, and make it bioactive, and it should be pretty fun. Oh, that's good. I have my Corys in an old planted tank with a handful of Rasboras. Started with 6 pandas. Now I have about 30-ish. That's a great thing about Corydoras. If you put them in tanks with fish that won't eat the eggs or eat the eggs, you'll end up slowly increasing your population. Cindy Erickson says more videos of the tegu. Well, you'll definitely get videos of the tegu when I set up its new enclosure in that 75-gallon. I gotta go get some more peat moss. I gotta get some sphagnum moss and some more soil. I hope you take us along your journey looking at spots via a video. Wishing you great success. We'll see. I'm also going to a nursery today, and I do want to film that, but it's not really a nursery. It's just someone who does it as a hobby. So it's like their personal house to pick up plants for the pond. And that I would love to film because they have a lot of really, really cool plants. But again, it's someone's like house, so I don't know that I'll do that. Crystal's Pets and Plants says, will you get zebra isopods again? I would imagine so. I hope so. I'm getting some more isopods next week, but I don't know what species yet. All I know is someone is sending me some isopods next week, and that rack, for the people that watched the last video, my isopod rack, I have a whole nother rack like that with nothing in it. So I have room for 6 more species, and we'll just see. Like, I don't even know how many different species I'm getting next week. I just know that somebody is sending me some species, some various species. So we'll see what I get. It should be pretty fun. I'm sure they will allow you to film if you tell them how awesome their selection is. I'm not very good at stuff like that. Like, a lot of people, it's funny, they'll be like, oh, let me film and you'll get all this exposure on YouTube. But I still feel like I'm a pretty small channel, and you're not you realistically you're not gonna get that much exposure. So it's not entirely truthful. But anyways, I'm at least gonna sneak some pictures and be like, oh, I'm just checking my email. Click, click, click. A Ali Kitty 00 says, sounds fun. Have a good day, everyone. You too. Bob, any interest in selling a starter of that one that breeds like crazy? I'd be interested in getting some isopods going. Yes, so that's the goal. I would eventually like to start selling isopods on my website, but it's probably going to be a while. There's just a lot of things going on right now. A lot of things in the works right now. So the other problem I have is shipping. So I literally work the entire time the post office is open. So since I work 10-hour shifts, I work an hour. I start work an hour before the post office, or 2 hours before the post office opens, and then I get off the same time that the post office closes. So it makes it really difficult. The only time I could ship would be today, Friday, or Saturday, and I feel like it's not a good idea to ship any live animals on Friday or Saturday, and then they got to sit over the weekend, and anything can happen. It's probably not that big of a deal with isopods or springtails or things like that, but it does make it a bit like it just sits in my mind like, what happens if they sit in a warehouse all week? And the nice thing about USPS is their warehouses are thermostat controlled, so that's a nice. Or wait, I think it's USPS, so that's nice. Otherwise, anything can happen over a weekend, so it makes me really nervous. We'll trade rare crypts. I might take you up on that, Dwayne. I might take you up on that. You can never have enough plants. I mean, if I shipped them out on a Saturday, that would probably be all right, because they do. It's not like they don't technically sit in a warehouse on Sunday. Somebody is working on Sunday shipping them, but I think trucks that deliver from post office to post office still run on Saturday and Sunday. Yeah. Yep. And that is certainly true. I'm just thinking like it's going to add an extra day, Sunday, to the travel time. But depending on where it's shipping to, that extra day wouldn't even matter. So if I'm shipping to like Texas and I ship on a Saturday, it's still going to get there Monday. It's not like it would get there Sunday anyways. So maybe that's not a big deal with like isopods and springtails, but I would definitely not do it with fish. Even on a Friday, like you ship something overnight, if that package becomes lost, you're not getting it until at least Monday. So would definitely not do it with fish, but I guess it's doable with bugs. Yes, I know they're not bugs. I think the trucks that I already got that one. So what else we got going on? If you're gonna do that, make sure your volume is off. Don't want to accidentally hear the shutter going off. I don't think I have a shutter sound. Is that like a thing? At least if I do, I've never noticed it. Where is it? There it is. I'm going to take a picture of myself live streaming. Nope. No shutter sound. I don't know why anyone would have that. It just sounds annoying. Every time you take a picture, it makes the shutter sound. Eesh. And yeah, the GoPro definitely doesn't. I don't know. If I film it, it'll be on my cell phone. It won't be on the GoPro. What else we got going on? Is my chat broken? I feel like no one is saying anything, and there's like 100 people here. Am I frozen again? Like, what's going on, people? Somebody say something. Someone say something. If not, I'm just gonna kick back, relax, play with my stupid stick, and Chat is not broken, not frozen. Thank you. Oh. Artificial ISO cool. ISO cool. So yeah, the leaking fish tank. There's some positives that come out of that. Like I said, now the Tegu has a home for the rest of the year. Next year, though, that Tegu is going to need a huge enclosure because she is getting big. Chat does not seem messed up. I have to keep refreshing to see new comments. Oh, it does seem to be. 2 of my neons in quarantine got stuck behind a sponge filter and died before I got home from work yesterday. That kind of stuff always amazes me. I've had that happen. I wish I remember what kind of fish. It normally happens when they're getting like beat on, when there's some type of aggression. So they're actively trying to hide and squeeze in somewhere to get away from being picked on. But if it's just neon tetras, that's probably not the case. I've had it happen with African cichlids, which is obviously the case, where they squeeze in. I wish I remember what it was, but it was like a man. It was just a beautiful yellow African cichlid, a peacock, and it was getting picked on while I was away, and it squeezed behind the sponge and died. And so now I don't keep my sponges like squished up in the corner. Now I keep them out a couple inches just so that doesn't happen. Interesting. I bought some clay media for my filter. The guy at the store said to change it every 3 months. Is this true? I don't know why you would. No, Thomas, says 54 Punchy. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. It sounds like they're trying to get a reoccurring payment from you every 3 months. My Corys ate their eggs too at first, but now they lay so many they can't eat them all. Yes. And so if you are trying to like spawn Corys, you need to get like larger, and I'm not saying that you are, I'm just saying in general, larger gravel, like the 1/2 inch gravel, so the eggs fall into all the little cracks and the Corys can't get to them. The shutter sound is on iPhones. Methinks that sounds like something stupid an iPhone would have because they're stupid. What else we got? Just kidding, people. Just don't kill me. iPhones are just fine. It's just like the direction of the fish food containers. Don't listen to that. What? Oh, the directions. I'm catching that. Does anyone actually read the directions? Does it still say like throw in a handful like 3 times a day? Get a droid. Yeah, I think it does say that, doesn't it? Like, I don't know. Also, ton plants help hide baby Corys. My Corys are so fat they didn't bother with the eggs. Neither did my tetras or Danios. Deborah, it looks like your fish are very well fed. You must be listening to the instructions on the can of fish. I'm just kidding. I didn't know they had directions on fish food and never looked. Yeah, I guess people need it though. Like, there are people that still dump in fish food by the handfuls, like multiple times a day, and I did it. I'm not gonna lie. Before I knew any better, it's a long time ago. I mean, I would dump in, as a kid, I would dump in so much fish food that like the whole top of the water was all fish food, and I was like, yeah, I get to see him eat. And then maybe later that day, I'd be really bored, and so I'd dump in the same amount. And I'm like, yeah, I get to see him eat. All right. And I can never figure out why I had so much dang algae in there. And, you know, I was a stupid kid. Now I'm a less stupid adult. And I realized not to feed him that much. But we have a new member, Sydney Erickson. Welcome to the VIP club. You can make your way right up these stairs. Where are they at? Right here. See that? See these stairs right here? Those go right up into the members area. We got the Skybox Lounge up there. Go hang out. Drinks are free. Alcohol. But you got all the alpine water you can want for free. Thank you, Sydney. I appreciate it. Dang, phone, bubble, bar, not bath. Bubble bath? What? Wait. What did you say? Where's your comment? Gotta support the future local fish store. Are you local? Like, would it be your local fish store too? Because that would be cool. Genevieve is here. See, all the members, they're up in the members only area up there. This party needs a mullet, I'll tell you what. Yeah. Kevin, I know we talked about some ideas this week, and honestly, I came through with none of them because I was tired and I was cleaning up water all week. So hopefully we'll be ready for next week on those ideas there. My boy. Got kicked from a better group last night for telling someone to cycle their tank. Yeah, I was trolling Jimmy the other day because he posted like a quick video of all those betas. And I was trolling him. I was like, there's no filters, there's no heaters, there's no decorations, you monster, you should die. You gotta troll every once in a while, right? Well, I wasn't expecting anything this week. A comment was under the new member. Oh, I had a bubble bath on the wall that my Corey laid eggs and hatched 5. I fell to the rocks like mentioned. It worked. Yep. So that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. I think I want to breed some Corridoras, but I don't know which ones. Like, I have some really rare Corridoras that I probably should breed, but at the same time, I think it would be fun to breed like 500 stir-by Corys and just have so the difference between like stir-by Corys and my rare ones is that the rare ones are going to be harder to sell. Whereas like stir-bys, you could sell those like hotcakes, man. All day long you could sell stir-bys. Are fish actually wet? The female. Anyways, who doesn't like a bubble bath? That is true. That is true. All I picture is Chandler Bing when Monica makes him take a bubble bath, and then he never comes out of the bathtub. He's always in there. Did I miss an LPS location announcement? Well, it would be close to me. If you don't know where I live about 30 minutes north of Seattle. Well, farther than that, like 40 minutes. Not much. With no traffic. So that's what we're looking at. Probably like 40, 50 miles north of Seattle. The best place to fish when it's raining is under a bridge so the fish don't get wet. Lisa at KG Tropicals, you must have a different phone because I was trying to troll you guys on your live stream last night and it wasn't working. I was pretty bummed out. So then I had to super chat you, but pretty disappointing. Hello everyone, excited for you, Bob, in your new journey opening a fish store. It should be fun if I can pull it off. Says come to Tacoma. I don't really like Tacoma. Tacoma also has like a different so here's the thing, like Tacoma's not even that far away, but like Tacoma is like all the big South American cichlid people. There's also like a lot. I don't know if how many stores are left down there. There used to be a lot, but now I feel like a couple have gone out of business and a couple more keep going out of business. So I don't know. But I do know that I certainly don't want to commute to Tacoma every day. That would be a nightmare. Dwayne says, I breed Venezuelans and bronze. I keep stir-by a Dolphi, green lasers, pygmy, panda, and hopefully a few more soon. Sounds like a start to a great collection. Do plants absorb meds from the water? Generally not. Everyone calling her Liz. Lacey's place. You were in good company. I have a note. I don't like Apple. What? That's Gotta check my beeper. Hmm. Interesting. You don't enjoy tons of car dealers? Hey, I get it. What's so important here? Jeez. Oh, so I'm blowing up my pager here. Dang. I'll call you after the stream, Roman. Calm down. That's a nice pager. Yeah. Roman Atwood wants me to call him. I'll call him after the stream. No problem, Lacey. You don't enjoy tons of car dealers. I feel like every city has like that mile or two stretch of road that's nothing but car dealers. That's a nice pager. You know it. You still have a pager? Yeah. Yep. Once you hit like a certain realm on YouTube, all us YouTubers go to pagers because you never know what we're doing. We're always busy filming and everything, so you don't want to call them. You just hit that pager. I'll call Roman Atwood after the stream, though. I'll call him back. You might regret the decision the first year. Just power through, though. For what? The fish store? No way. See, it would be fun. Every part of it would be fun. Even the trials and tribulations would be fun. Like, that's the whole point. What year is this a picture? Yes, I want to breed by quarries and can't decide which one, so I cleaned out 5 tanks and I split them up and breed them all. There you go. There you go. My phone does still have a cord, but only because it's charging. If it was charged, I'd call him back right now on the stream for you guys, but I gotta give it a little bit more charge, and I lost my cord. But let's see. Plug that back in. No notifications on this one. Yeah, it's pretty. Oh, it turned on. We might be charged. Beepers. Even with people that have like the notification bell clicked, it still doesn't send out notifications, and it's so frustrating. Do it. I love me some Roman Atwood. Yeah, that dude's pretty nice. He's a pretty nice guy. You know, we're gonna go film his saltwater tank and you know, hang out. I wasn't talking about the charger cord. What? Does your phone have a cord still? I actually almost bought the coiled phone. So that you can get the USB charger that has the coil, like the old-fashioned rotary phones. I almost bought one of those, but I was like, man, this thing's gonna catch on everything and get caught everywhere. So yeah. These tanks are rad. Yep. I remember watching my mom trying to change channels with her phone. She was getting frustrated. Oh boy, I'm telling you, you're only missing a fanny pack and a mullet. I don't know that I'll ever go the fanny pack route. I know Jimmy loves the fanny pack. I know Corey is now in love with fanny packs, but I don't know that I could get behind the fanny packs. I wonder how much Roman Atwood paid Tanked to build him a marine setup. I'm 100% sure he overpaid. So they actually don't pay at all. And Roman, so first of all, Tanked is terrible. Tanked is absolutely terrible. I know so many people love him, but as far as fish, they are absolutely terrible. And Roman Atwood, so they came in, they built this tank, and I don't even know, like, this knowledge is kind of out there, but he's not allowed to talk about it. He had to pay someone, a different company, after Tanked left, to come in and completely redo everything. Tank has tanked good. So they completely screwed up everything. Almost all the fish died, which is normally the case on all the tanks they set up. So he actually, Tank came in. He didn't have to pay for him to do that, but he did have to pay for the other people to come in and fix and redo the whole entire thing. So yeah, that he did have to pay for. Oh wait, I have a random question for you. We are all about random questions all the time, especially members. Go ahead and go ahead and yell it down here. I know you guys are up there in that members only area. I'll hear it though. I'll hear it. Who's the most famous person you've met in person? I don't know. What are we judging fame on? What are we judging fame on? Like back in the day, I used to hang out with Terry Porter from the Trailblazers. You know, we used to play softball together. But I'm sure nobody in the chat knows who he is. You know, the tomahawk slam from Sean Kemp. I taught him that. But I don't. Is he any famous anymore? I don't know. Or are you just asking like YouTuber, like the most famous YouTuber, or just like people in general? Cindy says Tanked is an awful show. Yes, awful show, awful show. I thought they removed the fish after they filmed, or so that's what I heard. Adding fish like that, so you can find this information online. Technically, they're not allowed to talk about it, so you do have to do some digging. But they remove the fish. You know, you got to remove dead fish. You can't keep them in the fish tank, so. But they have magic. You gonna calm down? They have magic beneficial bacteria that magically knows the bioload presented. Terry Porter and Clyde the Glide. So somebody knows who Terry Porter is. Terry Porter. Well, what makes a celebrity though? Like, I would argue that Roman Atwood is a celebrity. I mean, he's got like 100 million subscribers. You know, not as much as me, but I think that's why he pages me on my live stream, just so I would mention his name so he can get more subscribers. So he's trying to catch me on the subscriber count, and you know, and look how much we've talked about him now just because he paged me. So he's probably gotten from me talking about him probably at least another 100 or 200,000 subscribers in the last couple minutes just from me talking about him. So, you know, that's the way to do it though, right? Terry Porter and Clyde. Bob is a celebrity. He is totally a celebrity. He has his own movie. I met a local news anchor man at a party. He was kind of shy. That's interesting. For example, the most famous person I know is Bob Steenfott of Steenfott Aquatics. Setting the bar pretty low. Although Cora is more famous than her dad. That dude, he's just like, unfortunately, he was someone he would always like collab and help out smaller creators, but he just got burned way too often, which happens to a lot of creators, which is why like you always see like that arc, and I did it too, of like creators that you know, they kind of get bigger and bigger and bigger, and they're all about collabing and helping and things like that, and then they just put in all this work to collab with other people just to have other people quit or other people crap on you later, and it's pretty common. And so that's why you kind of get this arc of like where I was, where I am now, in the middle, like collab, maybe not as much. So yeah, it's amazing to me, and I think that just goes to show how cool of a dude John is, because he just does it for everyone. Like, John is always helping people, from people that have like 100 subscribers to like people that have 1 million subscribers. He will help anyone, and I think that's why like John and Lisa, they're just pretty amazing people, and they're super nice, and I have had the pleasure of meeting them, and I was really hoping to go to Aquashella or Aquatic. I think they're going to Aquatic Experience this year, but unfortunately it's just not in the cards for me this year. So especially if I'm opening a fish store, I can't be flying across the country. So one day again, our paths will cross and we'll get to hang out again. Bob meets someone famous every time he looks in the mirror. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, the most famous person I've ever met is myself. So true, John has a heart of gold. I think I already read that one, but oh well. It deserves to be said twice. Oh, Lisa's still here. Says, thank you, Bob. The Tightly, good morning to you. Gamer's wife, hello. So let's see what else is coming out here. My next video is going to be about the tank leak, and you better believe I'm going to clickbait the crap out of this. As I told a gamer's wife on Instagram, she made a comment that one of the positives would I'm gonna make a video for it provides for a good video, and yeah, I'm gonna clickbait it as best I can, which I'm really not that good at clickbait, to be honest with you, but I'm gonna try to just clickbait the crap out of it just to get some views to help pay to repaint the wall. So yeah, I'm not even gonna lie about it. Like, I need them views so that I don't have to pay, so that Nike, not Nike, I don't allow Nike to advertise on my channel. Under Armour, Adidas, all these advertisers, they're going to pay to repaint my wall. Bob is just too smooth for you, jive turkeys. Now where is this Geo Metro at? Not Geo Metro, Geo Tracker. Geo Tracker. Hey, go chew that somewhere else. That sounds disgusting. Take your bones somewhere else. Geo Tracker. I gotta have that 4-wheel drive, and I gotta have a little extra room in the back for the dogs. Geo Tracker, not Metro. Christopher says, what's the topic of your live stream? Don't want to throw out random questions. I do have a question that I would like your thoughts on. My live streams, no matter the topic, are always random, because after about 5 minutes, I pretty much am off in la la land talking about the most random stuff anyways. So it's always random here. Can't wait to see the clickbait title. Yeah, I'm thinking like, I don't even know what to do for the thumbnail, but I'm thinking like the title, I could be like, my dog saved all my fish, or I'm so bad at clickbait. You guys should help me with the clickbait title. I'm thinking like that my dog saved all my fish's life, or my dog prevented thousands in damage, or some combination of both. I don't know. Maybe that's what we should do on the live streams now. I can tell you the video that's coming out, and you guys can help me with the clickbait. Because really, unfortunately, like, if you really want to grow fast on YouTube, you gotta clickbait. That's why, like, everyone's doing mega monster aquarium, or huge fish, or 9,000 fish died, or which, the more power to them. I'm not knocking it or hating it, and I'm sure I have some clickbait videos out there somewhere. Yeah, that's, even though YouTube says that they're trying to combat clickbait, clickbait is what gives them all their views, so they're not really doing anything for it. Hero fish saves dog. No, it would be hero dog saves fish. Ooh, yes. Stop. Go take that outside or something. Jeez. Nobody wants to listen to you doing that. Get out of here. Get out of here. Stop. Stop. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's just like the worst sound of a dog chewing on a bone that is all like moist and soft and ugh, disgusting. Can't hear him? All right, good. I can hear him. It's gross. Worst day in the fish room, 100 years flood inside Bob's Bummer Adventure. My dog saves 100% of lives. Hero Doggy saves fish tank. There's no need to fear. Underdog is here. Hero Dog saves fish. I really like that one. See, it's got to be somewhat short. Worst day in the fish room. That is clickbaitable. But I think I might have already used that at some point. I don't know. It sounds familiar. Maybe it's just because everyone has that video. Boy, but you just fire out 4 of them right off the top of your head, and I'm still trying to think of one on my own. Dog licking nether regions sound worse. It's kind of the same though. That's what gets me. It's kind of the same sound. I don't know why I put that on the floor to begin with. My dog helps with water changes. My dog has actually helped with water changes. When I left the lid open, he decided to have himself a drink. He only got a few drinks in before I heard what was going on. It's like when I leave the toilet seat up and I hear that, and I'm like, son of a... And then I gotta run in there. Don't be drinking toilet water, dummy. Don't be drinking toilet water. He still has some issues going on. We can't figure out what he's allergic to. So, like, every month I have to buy a different type of food, which I'm sure doesn't help at all. But hopefully get it figured out soon. What else do we got? Get my chat back here. Dog licks nether region. The dog licks nether regions and saves fish. Holy smokes. Tech Boy says, I'm going bankrupt. Well, I'm glad you're laughing about it. What's your favorite YouTube channel? Man, so... Uh-oh. I think I'm calling someone on accident. Whoops. Tank blowout, that sucks. We are listening to your live stream at work. A shout out to the Mount Vernon / Bremerton, whatever. The Mount Vernon / Burlington car toys. If you need your windows tinted or some 15-inch subwoofers, Mount Vernon car toys. I don't even remember your guys' little jingle. I don't remember. Anyways, go with grain free. I feed my dog Origin brand of dog food. Well, I've tried grain free, and there's a lot of negative press around grain free right now. But I've tried it. I'm going through all the limited ingredient diets right now. We did raw, and honestly, I'm probably going to have to go back to raw. The only problem is he doesn't really do well in the terms of pooping. So he sometimes has accidents in the house under raw, which is why I had to take him off of raw. But he absolutely had no problems when he was on raw food. So I'm hesitant about going back to raw simply because coming home to clean up poop is not fun. And it's not like solid either. Most of the time it was, but every once in a while, never grow up, it's a scam. No offense, Gamer's Wife, I adore you. Gamer's Wife has excellent production quality. Yeah. So here's the thing, like, a Gamer's Wife and I, we use the same software, and her videos are like 100 times better. So, yeah. What I'm trying to say here is that she's pretty good, and I'm terrible. Just toss it some starch in, and it should tighten up his poos. So I've tried a few different methods. I tried raw with like no veggies or no nothing, and then vitamins to make up for it. And then I tried raw with all of like the veggies and, you know, sweet potato, things like that. Canned pumpkin I tried, and none of it ever worked. So try Victor brand dog foods. My dog has major stomach problems, and it's one of the few that work. And I mix in slippery elm powder to help with digestion. I should probably start writing some of these down, huh? KG Tropicals, try Epsom salt. Is KG Tropicals here? I see KG Cichlids. Is Lisa still here? Lisa, are you still here? Oh, Nisi, I saw your chat earlier, but I was ranting about something. I forgot to say hi. Hello, Nisi. Sorry. And Victor dog food. Raw food for the win. Add extra carbs to firm up the back end. Lacey, Rip, and Sassy were raw fed for years. You need a rap video about Fish Bob, but it has to be better than Jadron and Lucas's. I'm a fish nerd. Well, we already got the cover. Do you guys remember the album cover? Let me pull it up here. I think I have it. Oops. Let me find the album cover here. I thought I had it. I swear I have it somewhere. I just don't know where I have it saved. Well, isn't this exciting? Maybe here? This is the problem. I have so many files and folders that I don't name. Everything's just unentitled 1, unentitled 2, unentitled 3. I'm pretty good at file management, so if you guys want to hire me, just send me an email. Oh boy. Well, I don't know. I can't find it. It's here somewhere. All right. I'm going to look one more spot. There goes the dog. Let's go view extra large icons. Oh, that's way too big. View large icons. Here we go. I feel like I was just looking at it the other. Oh, there it is. Okay. Image number 6. It's in unentitled folder 8, and it's image number 6. All right. How do I make this happen? Quick, put on your sunglasses. Okay, so we need to create a new source in image. Add source. New source instead. Image. Okay. And we are here, image 6. There we go. Boom. Let's just tee this up a little bit. I'll have to update my photo because that photo is like 3 years old. Oh, here, I can do this. We'll put it right there. And then we'll move it down here to here. There. Make that a little smaller. Just put my head right there. Something like that. Dr. Do. We got to get like the fine details here. So like we got the Steenfott Aquatics logo over here. We got Ice Cube with the easy green over here. Straight out of Washington State. The good Washington, not the crappy Washington. We'll put this as a poster back here. There. Something like that. Okay. Bring back my chat. Bob, would you like a spotlight in the next Fish Fam community newsletter? As long as I don't have to write anything. I do not like writing. And as long as I don't have to write anything, you can do whatever you want, Susan. Okay. Let me scoot back to chat here. So what was what I missed? Put a little bit of Metamucil in the food. I love a gamer's wife's baby brine shrimp video. Very well done. My sister's dog has to take a pill for the grass allergy every day. Yeah, it could be grass, but all my grass is dead. And we didn't have this problem when all the grass was alive. So, how are you, Miss Candy? My daughter is starting school and has summer camp on Sunday, and I keep missing you. Aquarium Co-op congratulated me on getting a betta. Didn't know I had one. Maybe they're just congratulating you on being a betta. Oh, snap. Anyways, Bob, would you like a spotlight in the next... Okay, I'm starting to get caught up here. Screenshot now. This photo is on... Oh, you're talking about when I had my face over it? Yeah. The problem is I got to put it behind the text, too. Yeah, our Washington is pretty sketchy. Yep. crashed again. Oh, I'm back. That was interesting. Did anybody else freeze, or was it just me? Washington is pretty sketchy. Yellow Bob doesn't like anything. That's not true. I like every single one of you. Be right back. Gotta get these orders and call managers for paperwork. So, did you try pie yet? Pie is at 50,000 subscribers. Once we hit 50,000 subscribers, then I will get eat pie. And I think you guys get to vote on the flavor, is what I think we agreed on. No problem. I know you answer when you can. Yep, it froze a moment. Yeah, I'm having all kinds of issues over here. Last Monday, the live stream just quit working altogether, but we hit the hour mark at least, so, you know, there's that. Everyone's saying hi to River Life, but I swear I have not seen him in chat. Are you in here somewhere, Rack? Oh, there you are. Hello, everyone. There's the River Life. I was lurking through almost the entire stream last night. It was... How do you say... a magnificent? I forget what they say in the office when they do that. But anyways, yeah, it was a great stream. It was really fun to watch. Pumpkin pie with whipped... It's definitely not... I vetoed pumpkin pie. I'm absolutely not having pumpkin pie. And I'm absolutely not having whipped cream. But minced meat pie, all right. I like it. Peach pie with vanilla ice cream. I do like peaches, so I would try that. He was in chat. Yes, River Life, if you're still in chat. Good stream. Good to see you. And I'm looking forward to what you guys do this weekend. There's a whole group of them hanging out, going around and checking out local fish stores. Should be a lot of fun. Back, buffeted, buffeted, and couldn't find you. Watching that stream next. We are at that point where I gotta go. It's been an hour. So Lisa, John, Rack, River Life, have fun this weekend. Looking forward to seeing what you guys get up to. Thanks to the newest member. I gotta go back to here so I can hopefully... There we go. I swear we got a super chat, but I don't see it. I'm just going to assume that Chris had a $4.20 super chat in there. I'm just going to assume it. So thank you. Sydney Erickson has become our newest member. Thank you, Sydney. I do appreciate it. But I'm not going to be putting my store in Tacoma. Sorry, that's just way too long of a drive. It was a lot of fun. Thank you, everyone. And we will be back Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific. Don't miss it. I'll see you then. And remember, people, remember, keep your sleeves dry and your dreams wet. Have a good weekend.